I am Nick Shell, a certified Enneagram coach. Welcome to this video series where I'm by default doing sort of a book review of Take Care of Your Type, an Enneagram Guide to Self-Care by Christina Wilcox. So, if you want to buy this book, it's right there in the link there. There's an Amazon link. You can buy it probably cheaper than I got it for. You can also become a certified Enneagram coach if you want to. Or if you're like, no, hold up, Nick, that's a bit much. Or you could just take the test for free and find out your type. That would make this video a lot more interesting if you know what type you are. All those links are right there. Let's get to it. This series is about me just going through my notes for each chapter that I read of this book. I wanted to find out what can I learn new. That's why I bought the book. I always want to learn. I'm an 8. I want to constantly be improving. And there's a lot of similarities between an 8, which is what I am, and a 3. So let's check out what I learned about a 3 according to the book here. For 3s, it says your friends know different versions of you. See, I know that 9s can be chameleons, but definitely 3s can as well. Because they're so successful at everything, they can easily turn into different versions of themselves so that other people will ultimately like them and therefore they can be successful. So, it said in the book how it can be awkward for a 3 to meet in public with friends that they already have that don't know each other, because then how should they act? Because this person knows this version and this person knows this version. I thought that was interesting. 3s, it says there's an irony of being insecure despite success. Now keep in mind 3s are in that triad of shame, so therefore they're constantly fearing failure and they have this shame of failure. Whereas an 8, I'm like, I don't care if I fail. That's how I improve, is when I fail. But it's different for a 3. So there's ironically this sense of insecurities despite how successful they are or even how long they maintain that. Confirmation is validation of their success. They learn new things, but they keep them for themselves as growth. So for a 3 to grow, learn a new skill, but don't talk about it. Don't put it on social media. Just keep that to yourself. That's a way that a 3 can actually grow. Instead of turning that into yet another project, another way to seem successful, keep that to yourself, and that actually is growth. That's interesting. That makes a lot of sense. It says 3s learn new things, or it says 3s can easily deceive people into thinking that they're emotionally present. And that's interesting. Because they're so good at connecting with people, they can seem emotionally involved, but it's so easy for them, they don't realize that they could be basically leading people on. I don't necessarily mean in a romantic way, but in a way of seeming more engaged and excited about things when really that's just sort of their personality. And to them, they're just talking normally. So that's interesting, right? It says 3s struggle to get silly, to seem foolish in front of others. Oh boy, are we about to have some fun right now? So look, when you research Will Smith, what is his type? A 3? Okay, the whole slap thing. He couldn't take a joke. He lashed out. He couldn't allow someone else to make him feel silly about himself or his wife, etc. And so we know what happened from there. And that's a prime example. And thinking about all the 3s that I know, they're all this way. They're not necessarily ones to make fun of themselves or joke about themselves. I constantly joke about myself all the time, and that's something I love to do, actually. It makes people feel at ease. But I think 3s definitely struggle to do that because they don't want to belittle themselves or basically hurt their credibility in front of an audience. I can see that with 3s that I know in my life. So it says, yeah, self-deprecating humor is growth for a 3. 3s want all their actions to have purpose. And I'm that way as an 8. I mean, here I am. This is my free time. This is my hobby. What am I doing? I bought a book. I thought, how about I do a review on it? And guess what? I'll make a little bit of side revenue from the ads that show in the video. If this book sells on Amazon, I get some of that. If I sell the Enneagram coach certification. I mean, so there's all these ways that I'm making money on this. So this is my hobby. This is me having fun, but look at me. I'm turning into a project. So there's a lot of similarities I can see between 3s and 8s. You love my honesty, don't you? 8s are honest. But this video is about 3s. So it says, 3s don't bring work. It's telling them not to bring work for the appearance of being busy when they're not. It talks about how if you're a 3, you might be tempted to bring your phone or your laptop on a vacation or when you're supposed to be having fun because you still want people to think that you're being productive all the time. And it's saying, no, growth is to stop doing that and just unplug. And then the last line on here, it says, 3s feel safe when people they can trust that they don't have to perform for. So if you have a 3 in your life, it's good to communicate with them, hey, you're a very successful person, you're constantly doing stuff, but right now we're not at work, we're just hanging out. So let's enjoy it. I'm here to accept you as you are. You don't have to do anything impressive. It's just me, and that is okay. All right, leave your comments right here. And again, if you want to buy Christina Wilcox book, you just click that link right there.